All right, check this out. This is ash. And I want to split it with this double bit, this old double bit that I put a handle in. And I've got a Fiskars ISO-Core Pro maul for busting some of the big rounds. But I thought I'd give this a shot with this double bit. Some people really like the double bit. I like using them, but I just don't think they're as effective. But I'm gonna give it a shot on this ash, because ash is a dream to split. It's a wood burner's friend. I really like using it. And this piece obviously has already been cracked, but yeah, so there's the ash wood. I think it's green ash or white ash. I can't really tell apart. Probably white ash, because it was a big tree. The dogs are gonna go wild. Bark, bark, bark. Yeah, so I'm not swinging very hard at all. This is, obviously it's big wood. Big wood is easy to split. When it comes to ash and oak and stuff like that, the grain is reasonably straight. And it just splits clean. It's nice. I mean, that knot split in two, and I didn't even hit it with the, it's just wonderful wood to split. Ash wood is a very traditional green woodworking wood. They make obviously little slugger baseball bats out of it. There's a few different varieties: blue, black, green, and white, I think, are the ones that we have around here. Those dogs are really cool. I like having all these dogs bark. Constantly bark. It's cool. I like it. All right. So anyway, missed it. You can see this stuff is just. It's kind of it's not hardwood. I mean, it is a hardwood, but it's not that hard of a wood. But it really. It's got some spring to it. It's a good structure wood, like it, you know, you could make chair legs and stuff like that out of it. It's open grain, like red oak. You know, the spring wood, the early wood doesn't close up. This one, it was an old one, so there's lots of growth rings. I think they make chair seats out of it, you know, like lashing fibers back and forth. So I'm a little distracted by the incessant barking, but I'm not going to stop. But as far as firewood goes, you know, there's a old English poem that talks about how bad elm is and how good ash is. And I'm not going to recite it because I don't know it, but ash is a good wood for firewood for two reasons. One is it just burns really well, really easy. It's not the hottest burner, but it's still what I would consider a workhorse wood. And two, it doesn't have a lot of moisture. Now this one did around the sapwood because it's springtime here and the sap was rising when the tree was cut. Anytime you cut a tree in spring when the sap's going up, especially certain trees, maples are the worst, there's going to be a lot of juiciness in there, and that was definitely the case with this one. However, I feel like you could split this and let it cure out in some warm weather for a month, and it would probably be pretty good. That being said, if you get limb wood and leave it in the round, it'll hold that juice. All wood does that though. Look at this. It's picturesque firewood for sure. Now the bad part about the ash is here in the eastern U.S. we've got an Asian buck called the emerald ash borer, and it is killing the ash trees. So we've lost the chestnut. Now we're going to lose the ash. Hemlocks are getting killed. Is there any bugs that go to Asia and kill their trees, or do they all just come here and kill ours? It's not but I mean, you know, even like the Bradford pear and the tree of heaven and privet and Japanese honeysuckle, all these plants come over here and they do really well. Do we have any that go over there? Tell me if you live over there, if you've been over there and have any botany experience. I mean, I like Asian stuff. I like Asian people, but damn, I wish their bugs and plants would leave us alone. So yeah, the emerald ash borer is an Asian bug that is slowly but surely killing all the ash trees. And that's bad because ash is beautiful wood. Beautiful, makes beautiful lumber. My dining room table is made out of ash from a 17th century cabin floor. It was the floor of this cabin, and now it's my dining room table. Pretty neat. Anyway, I love the wood. And I never turn it down for firewood. I don't think I've talked a whole lot about firewood yet. It's definitely, like I said, a workhorse wood. Doesn't require a lot of seasoning. It's really easy to split and cut. I mean, I'm not gonna break sweat splitting this. And there's a big knot in this one, so I'm getting a little bit of resistance, but I'm just pretty much whipping it down there and letting the axe fall. As far as heat value goes, I'd say it's just below, as far as like how hot it burns, how long it burns. I'd say it's just below sugar maple, hard maple, but above red maple, walnut, stuff like that. So it's definitely lighter hardwood, and it makes good kindling, or kind of medium pieces. So if I was burning locust or oak, had a little ash, which is what's going to happen next year. So this is what I would do. Let's say that's my piece of oak. All right, that's a big piece of oak that I want to get going. Well, I'm going to take a piece of ash like this, and I mean, if you pull it apart, it's just the best. And I'll quarter these, split them again. Okay, so now, you know, those four like that. But I might even go one more time. You know, like if I needed to, this would make good kindling wood. Pretty much all wood makes good kindling wood once you get it small enough. But some are just better suited than others. Ash in this size is great because it's not going to burn super long. So there's really, in my opinion, there's really not a point to leaving it too big because it just won't burn that long. So I'm going to knock it down to smaller wood and use its strengths. I mean, you can feel the moisture in it, but this is going to be pretty prime stuff. Now, like everything, if you leave it in too big of pieces, those pieces will retain some of that water, or that juice. I might could get one more sliver. Let's see. Oops, missed. Now there's a diminishing point of return on this, you know, like, all right, I didn't get that clean. If I can't hit this exact spot, then it won't split. And if I can't do that one more time, then I need to quit fooling with it. All right, so got it. Almost. That's it, done. Okay, this one has got beginning to get punky inclusion, 2 piths. It's growing up that way. So this one may provide a challenge. However, everything here over should be relatively easy. But we're gonna put all that on the bottom. Always put your bad stuff on the bottom. Now, the double bit. Some guys love the double bit. And I think they look cool, especially an old worker like this. I don't even know what brand this is. You could help me idea, that'd be cool. I think it's got a tiny 7 here and a tiny 7 here, so a 7 on both sides. 7 here. That's it. So 3 7s. 21. I don't know what that means. I don't particularly like them because the American felling axe or maul that is designed after one, they got a lot more weight behind it, a lot more narrow of a stroke blade, which I find more efficient. As it bounces out. You know, these kinds of tools are really, really, really tough. And I would say even really efficient. I do not like the way they feel in the hand. Give me a piece of steel on the end of a piece of hickory any day. As the preacher said, there's nothing like a good piece of hickory. That's right. Good piece of hickory, baby. I'm talking about the handle, not the wood that I'm splitting. It's still ash. In case I get lost there. My ramblings. Okay. A few more little facts about the ash tree. I think it's the tree that the Norse theological or mythological, depending on Good persuasion there. Tree of life from those tails is made from Yggdrasil. Something like that. Tree of life or the tree of the world. That's pretty neat. I know it's a pretty sacred tree in North Central European cultures back in the old days. I feel like an ash quarterstaff would be a good one for the old wanderer. I got some 2-inch square 2x2, 10 feet long, 12 feet long, 8 feet long, something like that. Billets from a guy of ash, clear grain, but they warped, and you know, as wood dries, sometimes it warps and stuff. But anyway, I made my wife a walking stick out of one using no power tools. Just split it down with the axe, and cleaned it up some. Shaved it with a knife, carving knife. I really like it. It's really pretty. Some companies use ash in their axe handles too. It is definitely inferior to hickory. Every and almost the only thing that I would say is it's better than hickory, and this is a detriment, is the weight. It doesn't weigh as much, it's not as dense. Well, that's not. I mean, that's a good thing if you have trouble swinging the axe, I guess. But it's not as tough. You know, if you do this with an ash axe, it's not only going to probably crack at some point, ash axe handle, but because of that spring wood, all strikes on the handle crush those fibers. Hickory gets dented, but a lot of times it just resists it. I mean, this one's got all kinds of mars and black sappiness and streaks, but very little actual structural damage to where you can feel where, oh, I hit that with a piece of wood. There's a part where I over sanded it, but ash handles will really come apart on you if you're not careful. So I don't like it for that. Bingo. I mean, I got on proper footwear today, but yo. All right, I guess that's enough. I got a couple more pieces I can split and not talk about. I didn't really have a script today. I just wanted to get into this while it was good and green. So if you're out there and you can get your hands on some ash for firewood, nothing like a good piece of ash to keep you warm at night. I definitely recommend it. Now, if you are a guy who's got a sawmill, then there may be no prettier hardwood lumber than ash. So I would definitely say saw your log and split the tops. All right. Thanks, and we'll see you next time. I'm gonna do a couple axe reviews, I think, next time, or start doing some more axe reviews. I've got some Gransfors Brooks. I got a couple of Northman Axes. So if you can think of some, let me know. I'm also going to do some kindling talks, which I think it's been done out there a lot if you watch bushcraft videos and things like that, but I'll still show you just to make the catalog complete. All right, thanks for watching.